Mrs. Shobitha Shetty. Welcome, ma'am, to the International Fabtalks show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. Thank you for giving us your time. In fact, Shobitha Shetty, ma'am, has been a life coach and has been a trainer all the way. She's been training several people across her path. She's been, a resilience coach, a comfort zone trainer, and as well as she's into the field of academics. Dear ma'am, how would you define yourself? Who is the real Mrs. Shobitha Shetty?
Okay. For me, I'm a kind person. That comes first to me. Then all the titles I hold as an academician or a yoga teacher or a resilience coach. What I feel is kindness is the most important part of my life. Other than that, I'm a great mother, a great daughter, I would say, mother to my children, and great wife too. These are the roles which everybody plays, but I feel that I have given most of my part as a mother and also as a teacher. All the time being in the education field, I had the opportunity to mingle with these minds, young minds, where I feel that I can use my experience to better their future. So I feel that kindness has played a great role in all the roles I have played as a teacher or a mother or a wife or whatever field I enter into. So I would say I'm a kind and empathetic person. That is why, that is how I see myself as.
Great, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We do agree. We've seen you interacting with most of us, and definitely you have a lovely heart, and you're not at all, having this negativity with you. Whenever we connect with you, there's a positive aura around you. You're bringing out positive vibes. And that's what makes you so beautiful and a special person. And of course, a special guest today. Our guest, our celebrity for today. Yes, dear. How do you manage stress? You've been in the educational sector and you've been, giving your best on the professional front. How do you manage your stress, or in what way do you de-stress, ma'am?
I think nobody can escape stress, however good you are, whatever you do. Yoga has helped me a lot in this field, though recently I started this real professional yoga training. But even otherwise, I was always into yoga or meditation in one or the other way. Meditation helped me a lot to deal with the stress whenever I was stressful in my work area or at home or dealing with people around us. Always we feel some kind of stress. But what I felt when I sit with myself and ask lots of questions with me, like, does that really matter to me? Or is it going to change anything in my life? See, these two questions has helped me a lot. What it has to do with me, any situation, if there is a stress, what caused that stress? Is it going to help me, or is it going to harm me or take my time of my life? So whenever I ask these questions, I felt, okay, why should I give more energy to these situations or this stress? And this way I have handled my stress most of the time. Though I feel that a lot of wisdom comes with age and experience. But even when I was young, I don't remember any time getting too angry or being a rebel to any situation until now. So I feel that I've managed stress in a better way in all the roles I have played until now.
Great, ma'am. Great. That's really true, ma'am. That's very nice. Ma'am, how were you as a little kid? Were you naughty, mischievous, shy, obedient? How would you explain and share that with us?
So you're taking me back into my childhood. That's I think most beautiful part of our life, where always we think that oh, let those days come back. It was a very beautiful journey for me as a kid. I was the second child in my family, mostly pampered by my grandparents because my grandmothers were at home. 3 grandmothers were at home: my mom's mother, my dad's mother, and her sister. So I would say as a kid, I was very shy. I wouldn't talk to anyone other than people inside the house. But at the same time, I would say that I was smart also in the school. I used to participate in all the all the plays or dance or whatever it is. I used to play. I used to be a part of all this activities. But as a child, if I'm asked to talk to anybody, I used to be very shy, and I used to be very obedient. I would say, I would, if some rules are defined, I wouldn't cross those rules at all in the school or at home. So I didn't have any place where I was beaten by a teacher or my parents or grandparents. It was it was a cool journey for me as a kid.
Beautiful, ma'am. Beautiful. If you compare your little, life as a little kid and mine, it's just the opposite. I got lots of beating. Okay, that's so nice. So when you were sharing yours, I was just, wow, what a beautiful child. I was just imagining that.
Sometimes I feel no, I should go back. I would have done some mischievous things so I can remember that.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, who is your inspiration or who is your role model?
Okay, as a young kid, as I told, I was very quiet. And whenever there was a lesson about Gandhiji, and Gandhiji inspired me a lot, especially mainly because of his ideas about meditation and also about ahimsa, that is non-violence. I think that resonated more with me, and the punctuality. I used to be that person who will be in the class before time, or when the bell rings, I would come back home. I wouldn't even stay after the school hours in the school. That punctual I was. That has played a great role in me. And as a child, I would say always Mahatma Gandhiji was my inspiration. And people used to even call me Gandhiji for certain reasons. I don't know, maybe I was quiet, or I used to be following lots of rules. So I had this subtitle, Gandhiji, most of the time. Even in my college, they used to call me Gandhi, Gandhi.
Oh, sweet. That's so nice, ma'am. Yes, dear. Do you read books, ma'am? And if so, your favorite book and favorite author?
Yes, I'm a ferocious reader, I would say. I finished all the books in my small school library we had. All the books, whatever it was, I have read. Whatever comes in my hand, I read. It is not particularly that I will read some story books, or I used to read anything, whether it is Wikipedia, whether it is a story book, whether it is a novel. So the journey went on. I think earlier days we were not having that access to whatever we need, but in the internet era we can get into any books we want to have. So I would say that usually the personal help books, and I don't have any particular book to suggest, but mostly I read personal help books.
Great.
Sometimes maybe Tony Robbins, sometimes uh, like the seven effective ways to be a successful person, how to talk to someone, all these books.
Yes.
And mostly about the mind management also, subconscious mind.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for sharing all of that. That's really very nice. Ma'am, any recent incident, a positive incident, do you remember? Would you like to share?
I manifest things. So when I came to Saudi Arabia after a short, I would say it's around 4 to 5 years stay in India, I got my job back here. Like people just, as soon as I reached, they called me back and they said, "Why don't you join?" And immediately I was appointed. When I came back here, I just didn't want to stay at home. But at the same time, I didn't want to work also because I just wanted to relax. But I felt that, sometimes you crave for things or you desire for things and it happens. So that happened, and I'm glad that happened. And also connecting with you people, or connecting with, this is one of my passion to trainings. So being with people like this, through the Zoom or through the networking with people like you also helped me a lot, I would say. So all that is happening, which I thought. So I feel that I manifest, and I'm more mindful about my thoughts these days.
Great, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And you are really a great member of the International Fabtalk team. We really admire you. You've been so polite and kind. You've been showing and training so many different things which we weren't aware of. And especially me, I will always remember you for all the good that you have done. And I guess you've given me the final push, which was really required. Yes, dear ma'am. Ma'am, how would you want to be remembered in this world?
I want to be remembered as a healer. This had been in my mind all the time that I want to heal. I don't know in which way. Maybe talking therapy, maybe meditation therapy, maybe yoga, whatever it is. I just want to make difference in people in a way that they feel better than they were before. I always feel that when somebody talks to me, when they leave me, they should be in a higher state of mind than they came to me. This is always a motto which I keep in my mind whenever I talk to people.
Yes,
Uh,
dear.
maybe, even the physical pain, if I can take away without surgery or without anything, that is what I'm working on right now.
Great, ma'am. That's beautiful. Very beautiful. Very nice. And that's how we should give back to the universe, dear team. Yes, ma'am. The next question for you today is your favorite movie.
My favorite movie, see, as a child, I would say Faniyamma was my favorite movie. Maybe because it was played on Doordarshan many times, which I have watched. But what I saw was Faniyamma had become widow at very young age, and she had to go through lots of difficulties. What I saw that is she had this strong mind to come across anything. Like even the society was abandoning her, her own family was abandoning her, but still she stood up, and that is why her movie was made, right? So I feel that at any circumstance, people can stand up for themselves. Another movie, what I watched in English movie, Castaway, where also again I feel that I relate the similar situation there. Also a person gets trapped, or he goes somewhere and his flight crashes in an island where there is nobody, and he doesn't get any help. He is in no man's land, and there's nothing, no food, no way to survive at all, where people give up hope. But that man survived for many years in an island, a single person, without talking, without any interaction with the outside world, and he came back. So I feel that at any situation, if a person has strong mind, he can survive, whether he's alone, whether he's in the society. So these two movies has made a great impact on me. Whenever I go through stress or whenever I go through a difficult situation, I just remind myself when they can do without anybody's help. After all, I'm in a place where I can get help. Why can't I overcome this situation? So this has helped me a lot. If somebody is in trouble, they should always talk. We feel that nobody is there to help. No, there are so many people who want to help. It is only to reach out to them and talk to them. You never know who can help you, but just talk to them. Just don't think that, oh, you're the only one going through. No, it's not so.
Absolutely. Very well said. Very right. In fact, that is very true. There is help around everywhere. So, my dear friends, the message here from our celebrity today is never give up. And if you have any sort of problem or any difficulty, please reach out. The world is big. You will receive help. Never lose hope. And dear ma'am, the next question for you is your favorite holiday destination.
I like Iceland.
Oh.
Any place with snow. I haven't gone to any places with the snow. So that would be my favorite destination to visit. And if you ask me what until now, in the places which I have visited, the Disneyland just gave me an idea, like, how big a man can think, how big, how uh, the bigger idea a person can have, a human being can have. I think the Disneyland is the best example for it.
Great.
When I saw the things happening there, or the rides which you go on, it just takes us to a world which we can never imagine of.
Great. Yes, dear. Very nice. The human imagination or imagination itself is like larger than an ocean. And yes, ma'am, we come back to you. Very nice. Thank you so much, dear. What is that one thing that you like about yourself?
I like about myself is the calmness, I think. Calmness I feel within myself. Always, I just like to be with myself, with my calmness whenever I'm alone.
Great. That's really nice, dear. Ma'am, as a youngster, as a kid, or maybe even now, are you still interested in sports and games now, or as a little kid, as a teenager?
No, that is one part, like, I haven't explored much. Recently, we had a quiz kind of thing where they had posted many sports personalities, maybe the famous ones whom I did not know. So in that field, I'm just, maybe one or two. I would rate myself in the scale of 10 as one or two. Of course, as a kid, I played volleyball. I was a part of the volleyball team in my school. And I would like to say that I was the substitution there. And I have played Coco also. I was also a part of the Coco team. Other than that, no, I haven't played much of sports and haven't explored any part of sports. I watch sometimes when if somebody is watching, I do watch cricket, I do watch football, but on my own, I do not switch on and watch any sports.
Great. That's nice. Thank you for sharing, ma'am. Ma'am, what is the change that you would like to bring into the world?
The change, for me, being in the education field, when there is the caste system which decides about the ranking of a student or seat allotment of a student, it hurts me a lot. Because after independence in India, I think we have come a long way where the child, especially the children, should not be segregated on the caste system. There are of course, that can be taken in a different, considered in a different way. So this is where I really want help from others also, where I would like to start, maybe I would expect it to be a revolution in this era, that it should be taken away from the education system. I know it's not very easy, but I feel that it should be taken away from the education system at least.
Yes, ma'am. We are with you, ma'am, on this mission to create awareness, equality for all students, equality for all human beings, irrespective of caste, creed, color, nationalities, etc.
Yes.
Yes, dear. Ma'am, when do you plan to retire? Are there any plans to retire in the near future?
No, I do not want to retire. I want to be a lifelong learner, and I want to be active till the end, till the last breath, in any way possible.
Beautiful. And I know you will do it because I've never seen you like wasting your time or sitting at leisure. You'll be up to something very creative, positive, and that's beautiful, ma'am. That's really nice. Ma'am, how would you define this? Smart work and hard work.
Okay. See, we believed in hard work as a student or as a, from the school, we were taught to do a lot of hard work, physical hard work also in the house. But nowadays I see that the smart work, the people, the students, they just do the smart work. We used to write a lot, write the notes. Even if we do not understand, we write the notes. Even if we do, sometimes we don't even study, we don't get time to study. But these days students, they just refer into the internet notes and they study and they understand and they apply it because they get enough time to apply it. So I feel that is the smart work. But at the same time, we should understand also where we should use the hard work and where we should use the smart work. It's I equally rate them, because it's not that you do the smart work but not the hard work. Not always true. Sometimes the hard work is needed. Sometimes when we start something, we have to do a lot of hard work. Maybe once you get hold of things, you do it in a smarter way. Yes. Lots of effort to be that number one or to be there in that field.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, do you have any dream projects for the future? And this question is, if you'd like to keep it a secret, you could, or if you'd like to share it with us on our platform today, you're most welcome. The first question is, do you have any dream projects? The answer should be either yes or no. And then if you'd like to proceed further, you could go ahead.
Yeah, my dream project, I would like to share, because this is something which I aspire to become. As I said, I want to be a healer. I want to have a place of my own where people come in and they go out as a transformed people, transformed in a better way. So this has been there in my mind all the time, kind of, retreat place where people just come, forget themselves and be on their own, at least for some days, where they can be stress free if they are working, or maybe at the end of they are like they have finished all their duties. I wouldn't say end of the life. I would say that they have finished all their duties, but they need to give their time for themselves. So they can come to my place and have that leisure time, have that me time. This is my dream project, I would say.
Great, ma'am. Very nice and very noble indeed. Wanting to give some relaxation to people who have given their best to the society, and now it is some me time. Ma'am wants to
Yes.
create an aura, a space for me time for those people who have done their best and given their best to their family, to the society, and to the universe. Beautiful, ma'am. We are sure that you will really, fulfill your dream. We are with you, and we really wish you all the best in all your endeavors, especially in this noble cause. Yes, dear. Ma'am,
Thank
what
you.
is it? Yes, ma'am. Most welcome, ma'am. Most welcome. Dear ma'am, what is it that brings a smile on your face? We've seen you smiling often, and you've never been grumpy. We've not seen you like that. We've seen you smiling most often. So how do you manage to keep that? What's the
Ask
secret?
my son, he will tell when I was grumpy. Yeah, smiling. When someone smiles because of me, I feel happy. I would say that, if I can make a difference in somebody's life through any deed I do, whether it is cooking, whether it is doing something for them, or anything, or for that matter, need not be, they have a problem and I solve the problem. Not always it's like that. Even if I can cook and give them in a day when they cannot cook, that also brings smile on their face, right? Then I feel happy at the same time. Bringing a smile on somebody's face brings a smile on my face too.
Wow, so sweet. That's very well put in, ma'am. Very nice. Having seeing a smile on somebody else's face, or you being the reason for somebody to smile, that automatically, is infectious, and your smile is also enhanced. That's really nice, ma'am. Very beautiful of that. Ma'am, any weakness for sweets or
Yes. About the food you talk, or
anything? It could be. It could be anything. Any weaknesses or any.
yeah, the food is my weakness. Though I control myself not to take sweets, I have a sweet tooth which I couldn't overcome even with meditation or yoga or whatever. Of course, I do it. Like, for 2 months I stop eating, but I have to restart. I've been working on that, but sometimes I feel no, let it be, it's okay. That's one kind of weakness. And the other weakness, or I feel, is helping others. Sometimes we just help and without knowing that they are taking advantage of us. It has happened quite a few times with me, which really hurts sometimes, that they take advantage of this help, what you do for them. But after all, this is my way of doing things. That is what I think at the end of the day. So if they are making taking advantage, it's their fault. That's it, I can say.
Yes, dear. We agree with you, ma'am. There are many people who just take help and forget. They hardly even thank you in a
Yeah.
proper way.
Yes.
So that's, yes, ma'am. Very nice.
Maybe 3-4 years back, I did something called as forgiveness diet. Okay. And that really helped me in a way. I would say everyone should do it. Just like, how we do the gratitude. People should do the forgiveness diet also. Sometimes it may not be the people outside us, or like outside people. It may be people like our own children, our own husband, or our own parents for that matter. We have certain things against them. Sometimes we feel, oh, my mother did this, my father did this to me. So this forgiveness diet has helped me a lot. I can talk about that some other time. It's quite a lengthy process, but surely everyone should do this forgiveness diet, just as they do the gratefulness.
Yes.
So this has helped me, and it will help anybody. I don't think any person is a kind of saint who doesn't have any grudge against anybody, or who thinks that, oh, she hasn't done that to me, she has done this to me, or this is the reason why I'm like this. So I think forgiveness surely helps.
Yes, dear. Yes, ma'am. Very well said, ma'am. Yes, dear. Ma'am, who is your strength? From where do you derive your strength when you are low?
When I'm low, Mostly my husband, I would say, though I just feel that sometimes he's not that supportive. But whenever I feel low, he's the person whom I confine to
Great.
anything.
Great. Ma'am, are you really scared of anything?
Public speaking.
You go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, I just feel that there is more to do. I can be better than this, or I can do better than this. Always, I just set up high standards and I just try to reach there. Hopefully, I can say someday that I am a good speaker. I don't have this fear of public speaking.
Yes, dear. Yes, ma'am. Do you get angry?
I do when I wouldn't say angry. I would say I feel hurt. When people take advantage, I feel hurt. When people like do not understand what I'm saying, or maybe that is my expectation, I would say. When my expectations are not met, I feel hurt. I think that hurt results in anger. But not, I do not get that anger where I show it to the outside world. But that anger probably, it hurts me more. This is what I would like to define my anger as.
Yes, dear. I get that, ma'am. I understand. Dear ma'am, any message for the young children, for the younger generation, the youth, and senior citizens as well, for all of us? Any message from your side, from your experience and from your wisdom? How would you be able to give us a message? In what way?
Yeah, for youth, I would say 20s and 30s are the maximum energy time. So they must explore as much as they can. Put their hands in everything, whatever they want to explore. I think that is the time you will know what to do and what not to do. Sometimes it may not be something what they want to go ahead with, but at least they will know that that is something they don't want to do. So I always suggest youth not to waste their time in their 20s. Just do something, whatever it is. At least you will know you shouldn't go in that path. And for the senior citizens, um, I just feel that we have to work. As I age, after 40s, I have started feeling that I haven't utilized the first half of my life. So at least I must do something in the next half of my life. So I feel that we have to work on ourselves first and give it back to the society. That is the time you give back to the society in whichever way possible. It may not be a small, act of talking to a person when they really want to share something. It need not be something in a bigger way. Just talking positively to them and making them understand that they are not alone in this world. Everybody goes through the problems. So that is something the senior people can do. And senior people can also, involve in places where they can guide the younger generation. I have no doubt that the younger generation now is full of wisdom, full of knowledge, I would say, not wisdom. But where are the values? We need to hold on to the values. And it is the duty of the senior citizen to instill these values in this younger generation. So each one here has duty, whether you are young or old. I think everyone has one or the other duty to do. And as a human being, this is the privilege we are given, that we are the human being on earth among 1.8 billion species, where they cannot talk, when they cannot express themselves. I think human beings are the only creatures, animals, who can talk, think, express themselves. So why not you make use of this life on earth?
Great.
So I feel that everyone has this duty, and they must fulfill their responsibility as a human being.
Yes, ma'am. You're right, ma'am. You're right. Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you for that beautiful message. And it was really, impactful. I was just listening to it with awe, not only for the youth, but also for the senior citizens. Yes, dear ma'am, if you weren't an academician, if you weren't a trainer, what else you would have been?
I would have been healer, a psychologist, I feel, because that is the field which I was always interested in. I was just pushed into an engineering field, and that is how it worked in our youth days. You just get a seat, you're good in studies, you just do engineering or doctor. And I got an engineering seat. I did the engineering. okay, I do not have any regrets, but still I feel that if I was not that, I would have become a healer or a psychologist for sure.
Great, ma'am. Great. Yeah. Ma'am, your favorite color and why?
My favorite color is blue, sky blue, I would say, because I feel that that's soothing, calming at any point of our time. I know blue also associates with the, I said blue days, my blue days, that means sadness. But for me, I feel no, blue is calming as well. It's like going within and exploring or seeing yourself there. And sky is blue. All the time you see the sky is blue. It's vast.
Yes. Yes.
So it's my favorite.
Yes. And that's the blue background for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking at that blue.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, your favorite subject in school and your favorite teacher?
Mathematics was my favorite. Maths.
Maths. And your
I
favorite
liked
teacher?
math. My favorite teacher was also a math teacher all the time. Any math teacher, but I would like to say her name was some Butt. We used to call her Butt teacher. I cannot recall the name, but she was Butt. And the way she used to teach me math, I used to understand it in a fraction of time, I would say. And I used to sit and teach other students also. And I used to get always 100 out of 100 in math. So math was my most favorite subject. And
Great.
still, I like teaching math anytime.
Great. We really agree that you teach others. Once you learn something, you're not holding that wisdom and knowledge within you. You're sharing it with the world. And I have a personal experience with you where you have shared and you have even taught me certain things which I didn't know. And that's really the beauty of sharing knowledge. And you really have that, ma'am. And I appreciate it.
There's a saying also, right? When you teach others, you learn it better.
Great.
And I believe in that. When you teach, you are responsible. You become more responsible that you have to clarify their doubts. That time you put more efforts to understand the subject better.
Great. Yes, ma'am. Very nice. Yeah. Ma'am, now I'd like to ask you to share a beautiful proverb or a quote which is close to your heart.
I always say the best is yet to come.
Wow. Oh, cool.
So I live by that motto, whatever it is. Whenever I feel low or when some things do not work in my life, I just feel, okay, that God has a different plan for me and the best is yet to come. And I think it has helped me a lot in better ways, because when you don't get things, you get disheartened, you go into depression, or you think all negative thoughts. But when you feel that, okay, no, something better is going to come, you just shift your thoughts into the positive direction and you look forward for life. You look forward for new things. So that has helped me.
Yes.
And I had given a speech. I had also given a speech on this in my Toastmasters. The best is yet to come. And all the people until now, whoever has listened, they relate me with the speech, even now, even after 7 to 8 years.
Great. And today that's a takeaway for me and for our team members and those who are present on the platform today, and as well our virtual audience. The best is yet to come. No matter what has happened in life, you should always be positive. Like our celebrity today, her focus is on the best is yet to come. You are yet to give the world your best. You're yet to receive the best from the universe. Beautiful, ma'am. I really love the way you put that. Very nice. Thank you so much. Dear ma'am, your proudest accomplishment? You've accomplished so many things, but you're proud of which particular achievement which you would like to share today with us?
Not in terms of title, not in terms of certificates, but I feel proud as a mother today that I have set my 2 sons in a proper way, or I've raised them well. They are empathetic, they are kind, they are understanding, and they know what they are doing. So I feel proud as a mother, I would say.
Beautiful, ma'am.
I do not have a certificate to show that. I do not have any course to prove that, but still I just feel proud in that way.
Yes, dear. I agree, ma'am. Ma'am, if I could put in a small request, could we have Sophie on the screen? Is she available?
Yeah, I have to get her then.
Yeah, please, if you could. Yes, ma'am.
My son named her as Sophie, and she's 10-year-old now. She has been with us for the past 10 years. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Hey, nice. Yeah, hi, Sophie. Okay,
You want
okay,
to say?
fine. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Thank you. And she's so sweet and fluffy. She looks so cute. Okay, that's really nice, ma'am. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you shared that special moment of bringing your kitten and sharing it with us. Ma'am, here's a glass, ma'am. Not a glass, a cup.
Yes.
According to you, is your cup half full or half empty? How would you look at it, ma'am?
I would like to say it's half full. Why should I look at the place which is empty? Always I'm grateful for the things my cup has filled in my life. So it can be bitterness, it can be sadness, it can be all beautiful moments which I have gone through in my life. So I would say that my cup is always half full.
How many languages could you speak?
I can speak 5 languages, but I can understand around 7 languages.
Wow, great. Ma'am, are you a good listener or a good speaker or both?
I am a better listener, I would say, than a speaker.
The universe was offering you or giving you or gifting you a superpower. What would you want? What would you select?
For myself or for the society?
Either ways, it could be anything.
Okay. What would I do with the superpower? I would like to see that there is no jealousy between people. If I can take away that jealousy from the people and be happy with each other. Because all the relationship problems, all the problems happen because of jealousy. So I would like to take away this, the trait called jealousy from the world.
Beautiful, ma'am. In fact, this is the second time you're sharing this with me, and it is very true.
What's happening between the countries also now happening because of the same reason. So if there was no jealousy, if the people were happy with the growth each one is having, or people are happy with the neighbor buying a BMW or anything like that, I don't think there would be any conflicts in the relationships.
Great, ma'am. Very true, ma'am. In fact, ma'am wants to have a superpower to remove jealousy from the world. Wipe out jealousy. That is really nice, ma'am. Very noble and very kind of you to share that. Dear ma'am, could you name any 2 red flags which we have to be alert and stay safe?
Red flags. We don't see it sometimes. Only through experience we understand that it is there. But otherwise, I feel the people who does a lot of sweet talk, I've seen that that is one of the red flag in people. They speak very sweet in the front, but they may not be a trustworthy person. This is what my experience is. It may not be true for everybody.
How would you rate yourself with regard to forgiving others?
8 maybe, because I cannot say 10.
Great, ma'am. Ma'am, we are done with the main interview session. Now, I'd like you to help me to conduct the rapid fire round. May I, ma'am?
Yes, sure.
Yes, dear. Dear friends, now we'll see what are the answers going to roll out from our guest with regard to the rapid fire round. Ma'am, you love cakes or ice cream?
Cakes.
Strawberry flavor or chocolate flavor?
Chocolate flavor.
You love the summer, winter, or rainy season?
Rainy season.
You'd love to travel by land, water, or air?
By land.
You'd love to stay in a city, a village, or a town?
In a town. Sometimes maybe village.
When you help someone, when you have done something good for somebody, it could be XYZ, anyone, do you expect something in return? Yes or no?
Yes, like mostly yes.
True.
But now I have realized that yes, I should, my expectation shouldn't be so.
Great.
I've learned over time.
Yes, dear. Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
I have learned it over time that expectations makes us feel bad.
Yes.
So usually when I help others, I expect that they should help me. But now I just tell myself that when I help somebody, God helps me
Wow.
in different way. And it has happened to me many times. It's not, it's not like, give, then take, give and take. No, it's not like that. You give and you take from someone else. Maybe someone else helps you.
Great, ma'am. Great. I love this answer because it's very honest. It's very honest, and you've also given us an explanation into how it works. You help someone, but don't expect anything in return. And at the same time, if maybe God will help you, maybe a new person may come into your life and help you. If a stranger could help you, you'll get back. So you wait for it patiently. Very nice.
Yeah, when you help somebody, think that their prayers are being answered through you. I think that gives you a lot of satisfaction then.
Yes. Yes. Ma'am, your idea of a beautiful day.
Work, eat, and sleep.
Great. Work, eat, and sleep. Very nice. Very well put in. In fact, this is what we all have to do. And that's so nice, ma'am. Ma'am, are you a good cook?
Yes, I am.
Your favorite recipe?
Chicken sukka.
Great. You're good at dancing or singing? Or both?
No, not singing, of course. You will run away if I start singing. I like to listen to music. Yes, I was a good dancer, but I was so much into dance that my dad told me not to go to dance classes.
Wow,
so, because it started affecting my studies, and he stopped my dance classes when I was very small. Since then, I don't know, I did not feel like dancing anymore, but still I love to dance. I'm not a very good dancer, but I love dancing.
Great. Sing a little song for us, just 1 or 2 lines. Your favorite song?
Yeah, I think the same song comes up whenever you ask, like, Aaj mein upar, आसमां नीचे, आज मैं आगे, ज़माना है पीछे. Tell me, ओ खुदा, अब मैं क्या करूं? चलो सीधी के उल्टी चलो. आज मैं ऊपर, आसमां नीचे, आज मैं आगे, ज़माना है पीछे.
Beautiful, ma'am. Very nice. Thank you. So sweet. Thanks for obliging.
So making me sing. I thought you would run away.
Thanks for obliging. That's nice of you.
And thanks a lot for having me here.
It's our pleasure, ma'am. It's a pleasure to have you. You're always welcome. You are ours and we are yours. Yes, dear friends. We shall sign off now from the International Fabtalks show. If you like what we do subscribe, like, and comment. Stay blessed, stay happy. Spread joy.